Man, I'm just so in awe of God for literally just saving my life, for turning my life around, from taking me from rock bottom, not wanting to be alive, barely making each day, miserable. Like, if this is how life is, I don't want to be here. Used to be my thought process. I'm having a reflection today because one of my friends texted me and she said in a couple months she's going to be going to jail for 5 months straight. This is my friend. We've been friends since we were like teenagers. Over the last few years, though, since I've been getting my life together and healing myself, I've been becoming more distant from her. She doesn't live where I live. She lives back in my hometown. She's like 5 hours away. But I had to kind of separate myself from her because of the things that she keeps constantly doing and constantly just hurting herself and not being able to do better for herself. And it's just too much for me when I'm transitioning into healing and getting away from those things. Essentially, she's like 34 years old and it has 3 kids, and it just breaks my heart. Like, she struggled with like dating this man who was super abusive to her, treated her like crap, constantly abusing her over and over again. And at first, I was there for her, and it got to a point where I reached my capacity because I kept telling her, why do you keep going back to him? Why are you so obsessed with him? It was like, the term like soul ties or whatever, where like you're just like trauma bonded to somebody. Even though they abuse you, treat you like crap, you still love them and you just can't leave them. And like last year when I was up there visiting, like she was just in a really, really bad place. Like the house was a mess. Like it was just like in shambles because he came, broke into her house and just destroyed everything. And it was just a lot. Anyways, I don't want to get into her story. But the fact that I see the life she is living, that is just a life that I'm so grateful God delivered me from. I am so grateful to this day that God did not let me become a product of my environment. I grew up in the projects. I grew up dirt poor, if you guys already know. And this is just like the normal. Like a lot of my friends' parents were on drug, like, using prescriptions, using whatever, and or alcohol, letting us all run the streets. My mom was a recovering alcoholic, and she kind of just let me do whatever I wanted because I don't know, she suffered from mental health, and I think it was just too much for her. Like, she's schizophrenic, bipolar. I think it was just too much for her to have to, like, deal with me. Essentially, I'm like 15 years old, hanging out with my group of friends from the projects, from, income, from low income housing, hanging out with men who are like probably in their 20s, who knows, half of them married, a lot of them doing METH. Like, literally, they would hotbox the cars with us in it while they were doing that. But something in me always told me, do not try that. And there was times where I wanted to try it too, because I wanted to be cool, I wanted to be cool with these older men. But I wasn't into alcohol then. I didn't really drink much. I just loved to go out. I loved to talk to guys and just like have a good time and just enjoy being young. So many of the people that I grew up with in that time are addicted to drugs now. They had kids with these abusive men. They're stuck in these relationships that they can't get out of. They don't know how to turn their lives around. Nobody really went to college that I know. Nobody like strived to do better because we never saw better. Growing up there, we never saw better. It's like, yeah, I want better. Yeah, I want to do better, but how am I ever going to be able to achieve that? Like, I have no one to help me. I don't know where to start. And where I came from, it's just not something that people really do so much. Like, at least not the people from our demographic, like that we're hanging out with. But God always had a better plan for me. He always, I swear, I feel like ever since I was young, like he just wants so much more from me, which is crazy because I haven't had a relationship with him until last year. But I just feel it so much because he always had his hand on my life. He always gave me, like, even at a young age, like knowledge to just do better and not to like succumb to the things around me. I would see all my friends get drunk, blacking out, but literally I like never drank. Like, I didn't want to become an alcoholic like my mom. I grew up going to AA meetings with her, and like I saw what it did to people. I never wanted to become that. Fast forward, here I am in my 30s. I'm living in San Francisco, my dream city. I'm living in this $1,700 studio. That is a dream for someone who grew up like I am. My mom getting what, $1,000 a month, on SSI, us getting food stamps, growing up on welfare. Like, I've always dreamt to just be here. I'm not going out drinking, partying. I'm not centering men anymore. I actually like being alive. I'm so looking forward to my birthday this year, like, and just making it another year and thanking God. Like, it was 2.5 years ago that I had this premonition that I wasn't going to make it to the next year. It's crazy how life can just change. Like, there's so many things that can just turn around, and God literally saved me. Like, I want to be alive now. I'm not doing the things I used to do. I'm literally have a passion just to please him and to just find out what he has next for me. How you grow up, what you're around, does not define the trajectory of your life. Just because you've never seen anybody do anything with their life around you doesn't mean you can't be the one to break that curse. I do not want my kids growing up like that. I don't want to have to live in the homeless shelter with my kids. I do not want to have a house that does not have food in it for them. I do not want them to have to like draw on their shoes to like color it in to try to make the shoes look new because they don't have new shoes for the new year. Like take a Sharpie and try to color in the black line so they look like a fresh new pair of shoes because they're embarrassed because they don't have any new clothes for the new year. I want my kids to have rats in the house growing up and not even have a bed of their own and everything chewed up and rat poop all over the place and a hoarder parent. Praise God for saving me. Praise God for breaking the generational curses. Praise God for me not becoming a product of the environment I grew up in.